Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are doing great. Today I was going to make some bread and then I thought to myself, why not film it? So today I'm going to show you guys how to make parsley and flaxseed bread. I do believe it may have another name, and we are basically just changing up ingredients from the recipe. So as usual, the ingredients that I use for this bread would be listed in the description box below. Now, if you are new to this channel, I'm just going to give you a step-by-step guide as to how you do this. So if you're interested, please stay tuned. Now, the first thing that we usually do when we are making our bread is to put in our paddle. So if you have a paddle like this, place it into the pan. And usually, we normally then place our liquids first and then our solids and our yeast last. Now, I am using the 2-pound white loaf recipe. The only thing that we are going to be changing out is the vegetable oil. In place of that, we'll be using olive oil. And I will be integrating some flax seeds as well as parsley. Let me just move this out of the way. Some parsley. And I am also integrating some Italian seasoning. Now I'm trying this for the first time, so I hope that it comes out great. So let's bring back the pan and get started. So the first thing that we are going to throw in is our water. I have already measured out all of these and I've portioned it out, so you can have an idea as to what I'm doing. So I'm throwing in the water now. So basically, I'm adding all the liquids first, and then I'm going to add all the solids. The next thing I'm going to add is the olive oil. After we have done that, we have no more liquids. So our next item would be to add all our solids. Now, one thing to note is that the manual says if we have certain solids like flax seeds and grains, we are to add them in when we hear the beep. But I'm not adding them in when I hear the beep. I'm going to add them in right now so that they'll mix into my bread because I don't want them on the outskirts of the bread. So the next thing I'm going to add is my sugar. And of course, if you remember from my other videos, I told you to place them in the 4 corners of the pan so that you have equal mixing into your bread. Now, you can try it other ways, but I've done other ways and it wasn't very successful. So I usually stick to adding to the 4 corners of my pan. So I'm just going to add the sugar to one side. Then I'm going to add the salt to another corner. Then I'm going to add my parsley to another corner. I'm also going to add the Italian seasoning to the same corner that I added the parsley. Doesn't make much of a difference, but I just have like 5 items and it's only 4 corners. So I want to ensure that each item gets into a corner of their own. And then I'm going to add the flaxseed in the last corner. I'm just going to bring you guys up so that you can see what it looks like. So basically, that's how it looks. Alright, so you should be with me at this step. So after you've placed all your ingredients in, it should look like this. We are now going to add the flour, and then we are going to add the yeast, and then I would show you what it looks like. Alright, so one thing to remember when you have added your flour and your yeast is to create a little hole at the top of the flour to put your yeast in. Your yeast should not come into contact with any of your liquids. And this is it. So now we are going to go over to the oven and set the bread to bake. Okay, so I've added the bread pan to the bread machine. Now make sure when you have placed it in that you have locked it. And we usually lock it by turning it clockwise. And when you lift up the handle, it should feel like if it's not moving. That's the best way to describe it, right? So now I'm going to close this down. I have plugged in my bread machine. And on the bar, you would see light, medium, dark, etc. So this bread is to be baked on cycle 1. So my cycle is already set. I also like my bread to have a medium crust. So that's already set. And my loaf size is 2 pounds. That's already set. So I'm just going to press stop now. And leave the machine to check in. So we'll check in on this a little later. Okay, so a couple minutes have passed. And I'm just checking in on the bread. I can't raise up the top, but if you look closely, you will see the flaxseed and parsley and everything has mixed up within the dough as well as on the outskirts of the dough. This is what I want. I don't want it fully on the outskirts. I wanted it within the bread as well. So we're just going to leave that, and I will check back again when it's risen. Alright, so guys, it's 9 minutes left. So it's almost finished. I'm just looking at this, and from observation, it didn't come up very high. And it's a very rough texture. But we'll check it out more and see what it looks like when it's done. Alright, so guys, the bread is now finished. And when it's finished, you hear these beeps. We'll just let it run out. And then I'll take it off. Right, so when it's finished, usually if you want it warm until you're ready for it, you can leave it and it will be in the keep warm setting. But I don't want to do that, so I'm going to take it off now. So in taking it off, you hold down the stop button, and when it beeps and you see your timing come back here, then you know it's completed and you can turn it off. Alright, so guys, this is how it came out. Pretty rough texture, but still high enough. So I'm just going to cut that so you can see what it looks like. So even if the bread came out I find it wasn't as smooth as I wanted it to come out for a first try attempt, I think that the texture on the inside is pretty much what it's supposed to look like. So there you have it, guys. Parsley and flaxseed bread. So thank you guys so much for watching. And I hope that when you try this recipe, it comes out better than mine. Take care now. Until next time. Bye.